Hello Taurus, this is a timeless reading for you. I'm using my own cards, my medieval oracle deck. In the middle of your spread we have the Jester, surrounded by poison coins, the King and the Maiden. The Jester can represent different things in my deck. The main idea, if he comes up in a positive way, is someone, of course, who is funny. Could be a comedian, but it's not just some dumb kind of humor, because, jesters in the Middle Ages, they weren't just some silly clowns. They often were very educated and very close to the king. They could even be some kind of political assistant to the king. So their job was not only to be funny and entertaining, they also had, some kind of advisory or is that the proper English word? Sorry. I haven't spoken any English for almost 2 weeks now. I don't know. I'm watching a lot of movies in English, but, speaking it is... I quickly get used to German again if in my daily life I have to speak German. Some advisory or, political tasks as well. The Jester can also, and this is actually what I also felt very strongly when I pulled this card, be connected to art. So for some of you, this could actually be the case. There is something about art or an artistic endeavor that you're having, an artistic project that you're working on. It could be that you are the artist of this project, but for some of you, I also feel like you are part of the staff surrounding the artist. And, we have poison in the unconscious position. In the conscious position, we have coins. But I'm actually getting a quite positive feeling of this reading. And all these characters here can come up in a negative way, the king and the maiden. But in your case, nothing really feels negative here, despite having the poison card here. But the poison card doesn't always have to stand for something dangerous or toxic. The poison card, if it comes up in a positive way, it's some kind of medicine, or it is simply alcohol or some kind of drink. And that's actually what I feel here. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. It's still a bit, it's getting warmer here in Germany, but I'm still freezing because I really hate everything that is below 20 degrees. I'm just a summer person, and I think going out without a scarf too early is not doing any good to my voice. With the coins and the king, just pulling these cards immediately made me feel like there could be some artistic project that you are part of, or you are the actual artist of this project, and it will bring you some money. If you've been in a certain situation where some money was stuck, this money will not be stuck anymore. With the king, this is, even you could be the king. The king is just representing some kind of authority figure regarding this. It could be that, let's say you want to film a movie, and you pick a certain location, but then you have to ask, oh my God, what is the English word? Some kind of governor of this area, of this town, if you are allowed to film there. And you have been waiting for some kind of approval from this king person. This king, of course, could also be a woman. It's just some kind of authority figure. Something was stuck. Something you have been waiting for an answer of this king. It could even just be a kind of investor, someone who maybe had to approve that the coins for this project are rolling. There is something about that will be confirmed. It could even be, I don't know how that is in other countries, but in Germany, let's say you want to open up a club or a bar, you need all kind of certificates. Also, I don't know the English expression, but if you want to be allowed to sell alcohol at your club or at your bar, you need some kind of approval. I don't know what the conditions are because I never actually did that. I twice knew someone who did that, and they had to go through a certain process to get this kind of approval. I bet there are similar rules in other countries as well. So it could be something about that. I don't know why that's coming up in your reading. And for other people, if this is not something artistic that you are working on, it could be some other kind of entertainment. It could be some kind of TV show. Just I mean, it could even for some be, because I was mentioning earlier that the jester also had some kind of political aspect. And we have him right here. I said that the jester in the Middle Ages often was very close to the king, and we have both of them here in your reading. So it could be that maybe you will be approved of some kind of position, political position. I'm also suddenly getting something about the jester also representing this energy. There's something that is very easy, very light, something you can take on very lightly. You see it, you just take it easy. Like there could be a situation where some people would be afraid, under pressure, but you can do it very easily. You can joke about it. Like, I'm getting a really good vibe from the jester and the king. The king also appears very smooth to me right now. We have the maiden here as an outcome or realization. And I'm seeing two different things. For some of you, this could represent you, yourself. The maiden, if she comes up in a negative way, but don't get me wrong, she doesn't come up in a totally negative way. I'm just getting this feeling that maybe it just means that you will realize this maiden thing about yourself. The maiden can stand for apprenticeship, learning. Maybe you are just coming out of a stage like this in your life, even if you are, I don't know, 45 and you started a new job. You learned something new. I mean, we can always learn something new, no matter how old we are. It could be that now, this phase of learning is over and you get approved by this king to, be in this jester position instead of being in the maiden position. It is something that you realize about yourself that you're leaving behind for some of you. For others, I'm getting that this maiden is not you. This is another energy around you. It could be someone who's working around you. Even though I'm not getting a lot about what this person means to you, what significance this person has. It just could be like these three are teaming up to work on something. It could even be that, let's say this is the highest boss of all, the authority figure, and the jester is some kind of vice president, something like that. And the jester asked the king if he could get a personal assistant or something. And this assistant is then represented by the maiden. So this could also be some kind of approval that maybe, let's say the jester is the wife, to just get back to some old stereotype role models. The jester is the wife, the king is the husband, and the jester maybe, the mother is asking the husband, can we afford a cleaning lady or a nanny, or someone who helps me with the household and children. Maybe if the mother also is working, both of them are working, then sometimes it's just too much if they have a big house or something to just take care of everything alone. You want to get some kind of helping hand. For some of you, this could also be a thing here that's being discussed, and it all looks quite peaceful to me. At the bottom of the deck, we have the river. The river often reminds me of traveling. I did not ultimately only create this card to represent traveling, but it often comes up as that. If this is an artistic project, it could be that you have to travel for this and you needed some approval and money to do that. If we take the river card just literally as representing water, then it could just be like the simplest example. Maybe you want to film a documentary about marine life, something like that. It could be, if it's not an artistic but a political project that you're working on, it could be that you want to restore water, save rivers, save oceans, do something good for the environment. Or, as I already said, make a very important documentary about how the water is decreasing on Earth, something about that. Could be as well, and you were waiting for some authority to approve of this project. So, it's very specific, but often my readings are like that. I never ask for anything specific. It just comes up the way it comes up. So, I'm just gonna leave it here. Thank you for watching.